Che here, the No Spoon Podcast. Thank you for checking out my channel. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss out on the latest content. Also, like and share with as many people as possible. And if you got an opinion or something that you just want to add to the conversation, I want to hear about it down in the comments section. Until then, enjoy the video.
Now that I see that there is no spoon to reference the podcast, I'm seeing everything now in these career public servants that I see them protecting their role now. I'm seeing Biden make statements and then other people, like you said, coming out and say, no, that's not it. And Biden's fine with it. It's like he's playing this role and we're seeing people come from the woodworks to try and protect his ability to be the puppet, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
Can you imagine the CEO of a company? So Elon Musk says something, and then some other people say, no. What Elon Musk really meant was this. Are you crazy? That's not happening. He's the head. They might go to him behind the scenes and say, boss, clean this up. But nobody's coming out and saying, Elon Musk, you said this. No, that's not right. So something has to be addressed there. That's not how things are supposed to work. Because now everyone's saying, oh, he didn't really mean that it's over.
The pandemic is over.
Oh, what did he mean then? I don't know. They're saying that he didn't really mean that it was over. So then my question, that's fine. I make mistakes and I need to clean it up. Well, what did he mean then? I don't understand.
You know, once again, Joe Biden says something on national TV, and it's almost it didn't happen in real time, but if you watch what 60 Minutes does here, and this is another policy. Let me play that real quick, and we'll get back to it.
U.S. forces defend the island.
Yes, if in fact there was an unprecedented attack.
After our interview, a White House official told us U.S. policy has not changed. Officially, the U.S. will not say whether American forces would defend Taiwan, but the commander-in-chief had a view of his own. So unlike Ukraine, to be clear, sir, U.S. forces, U.S. men and women, would defend Taiwan in the event of a Chinese invasion.
Yes.
It's not funny. I mean, we're talking about life or death. It's just funny. The reason why I'm laughing is that, to me, they're trying to portray strength.
Mm-hmm.
So you ask a deep question and then you just go, yes. Almost like a movie. I don't know how they edited it, but to give him that position of strength, that was like a shot in a movie. And how can you come from a position of strength when someone's under? This is at least the second or third time I've heard him say this about China and Taiwan, and they not walk it back, they completely flip on it. Who are these anonymous people flipping on it? So you can't have a position of strength. Yes. And people behind you are saying no. Even Obama, we still had, it's weird because Obama never had those type of things. I don't think you could do that with Hillary. So I don't know if Biden's in a different position of weakness or what, but
yeah, it's weird because literally as we're watching the show, the media walked it back, not Joe Biden. He doubled down on it again when they asked him again. That's what's so crazy to me is that he's explicitly saying this is how we would handle this situation, and the media says no, they're not. That's not how we're going to handle this situation. So like you said, who's pulling the strings? I don't think there's anybody in the world that believes that Joe Biden is actually making decisions.
Have we ever seen that before? You're so, like, in the middle of the interview, they checked the president. Like, well, I don't remember. Maybe that's happened before. I've never seen that before. They're flip-flopping for him. He's not flip-flopping. He said this multiple times. Why is he saying this and then it's being flip-flopped? I'm not even getting into what's right or wrong on this. I'm just like, that's not how a commander-in-chief can operate.
Then what did he mean? And if he can't say what he means, why should he be there? The man said that he would back militarily. He would send troops if China invaded Taiwan. That's what he said. He doubled down on it even in the interview. Even Scott Pelley in CBS tried to say, no, that's not what we're doing. He still doubled down on it, and it's like, come on, man. Like, that's what he said. He's the commander-in-chief. If we're not going to take the commander-in-chief's word for it, then who are we taking? Who are we listening to at this point? Who is in charge up there at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue?
And the way our government's set up is that Congress is supposed to be the checks and balances to this. If this happens in a true impartial manner from the executive branch, no one in the executive branch is going to test their boss. That's how it's set up. That's why we separated the powers, and now you have the House. It doesn't matter of party. It shouldn't matter of party. And I'm not saying that you have to necessarily impeach them, but the House and Senate are the ones that have to say, what is going on here? Figure this out. Explain this to us. And it's not happening. So now the other checks and balances are the judicial branch won't get involved in this. It's people. We have to be the ones to say, I'm not even trying to judge you, sir. What is happening? Who's making the decisions here?
Let me play this clip real quick from Luke Rukowski, because I kind of sums up what we've been talking about, and I think it sums up what a lot of people feel. I've been feeling for a long time anyway. So let me play this.
But there's no coincidence, especially when you look at the presidency, when it changes from Democratic to Republican. The national security state, American foreign policy, usually stays the same. Yeah. It's usually very hawkish. It's very neoconservative. It's very pro-war, and it's very pro-globalization, pro-IMF, World Bank policies that, of course, are spreading all this globalization around the world. What I think is happening here, if I could put on my conspiratorial hat, is that they literally wheel Biden into an interview, which he does very few of, and then they wheel him off after they take him off all the drugs. They put him at a table, just like a Fisher-Price table, and it has a button, it has a phone, but none of it actually works. And there's people behind the scenes truly calling the shots, just like they do in almost every other presidency. And Biden legitimately could be pressing the nuke button, could be calling people, talking to people, but it's all make pretend. It's all make believe. It's not real. And the people truly calling the shots are people who have more power than the president of the United States, and they probably meet in private, organize, and set policies that, of course, we've been following for many decades now that always go unquestioned, that every president promises to change when he's going to become president. Every president, when he runs on that campaign trail, says, I'm going to stop the wars, I'm going to stop the spying, I'm going to bring back American liberties, I'm going to bring back America. And none of them are able to do it. Why is that?